Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Exactly What She Asked. Back in college, my supervisor at work always pointed out flaws with what I did. If she asked me to restock item A, and I noticed that item B also required a restock, I would find her or a shift lead and asked about it. Turns out it bothered her and distracted her a lot when I did that, because it prevented her from talking the ear of customers. We had a million complaints about a talkative manager who wouldn't let the customers go. So one day I had enough. Not wanting to be written up again for taking initiative, I decided to do exactly what she asked. It was Halloween season, and for some reason the candy shipment for one specific item was delayed. It was a favorite, so we were losing money every day it wasn't in stock. I noticed that the candy had arrived, but she had not noticed the same, or had missed the message she got about it, so it wasn't restocked. No one else really cared. It stayed that way for 2 days, until she asked me about it, and I told her it's been 2 days. I got an earful, but she couldn't do anything to me. I resigned a month later, as I got an internship in my industry, and I later heard that this affected her promotion. One of many factors, but I still count it as a win. The next story is called Cash Only. I was living in an apartment with a small lot, and during the winter, if there was a storm, we were supposed to move our car to the street for the plow. Usually we would get an email and or text with the time to be out by. Usually. So one night, overnight, we got about 1.5 inches of snow. This is a place that gets a decent amount of snow, so no big deal. I wake up at a normal time, no text or anything. It's gonna be like 40 degrees and sunny, so it's gonna melt anyway. I figure I don't need to bother moving the car, so I sit down to play some video games before I go to work. Around 10 AM or so, I hear the plow outside and say, okay, get my boots and coat on and get ready to go. I get outside, plow is gone, and people are starting to move back into the lot. So rather than move my car for the sake of moving it, I clear off the snow, grab my shovel, and clean out around the car where it got plowed in. Honestly, our plow drivers were really bad, so it was the cleanest spot in the lot. I went back inside for an hour or so, walked outside to go to work, and my car was gone. I didn't get any call or notification or anything. Nobody knocked on my door. I was 99.9% sure it got towed, but I was fuming. So I called the police non-emergency line to report it stolen. The police was super helpful. I explained the situation and that it's probably towed, but I'm confused as to why it was towed. They say it's a civil matter, so they aren't going to charge anyone with theft, but they are at least able to locate where the car is. It's a tow shop across town, which means a $15 cab fee. I called the shop to confirm that my car was there and see what the damage was. $180. Cash only. This was 2019 in the United States, so cash only was kinda weird. But I was working at a winery making tips, so I had a lot of cash saved for a rainy day. The tips are in small bills, and we usually don't have enough big bills to exchange them. So on a day I make $100+ in tips, I leave with a lot of 1s and 5s. First I take out my change jar and count out $18 of loose change. Then I got the rest of the cash, as many 1s as I can, and then 2 5s got me to 180 even. I went to the shop, asked if there's anything they can do, because I really don't think they had a real reason to tow me. Nothing we can do, just following orders. The person behind the counter says with a very smug grin. Her grin turned to horror when I pulled out the change bag. I spent the next 15 minutes watching her meticulously count out pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, 1s, 5s, $180 even. I'm $10 short. I misheard her on the phone. It was $1.90. I pull a 20 out of my wallet and ask for the 2 5s back. Oh man, was she mad. The third story is called Making Them Pay. I purchased a flip phone for my elderly father from one of those companies that only cater to older adults. This phone stopped working, so I asked for a replacement. I was told that the phone is no longer sold, but there's a new version, so I ordered the new phone. It worked for about a month and a couple of days, then stopped. When I called customer service, the rep told me it is a known issue with the new version. I asked to have another phone sent, but was told that the 30-day warranty expired. I asked, if this is a known issue, then why aren't you sending replacements? She said she didn't know. The rep did some troubleshooting. It worked for a day, then stopped again. I reached out to corporate and they refused to replace the phone. I asked for a refund for the phone and a refund for the last month I was charged. They flat out refused to refund my last bill. Corporate told me to return the phone, meaning I would have to pay the shipping cost. After sending complaints to every place possible, they finally sent me a return shipping label. They still refused to refund the last month, even though my dad had, with their own admission, only used the phone for a couple of days that last month. Cue Malicious Compliance. So I sent the phone in the box it came in. I also double boxed it and packed it with a ton of stuffing. I overloaded it so much that you can barely see the box the phone is in. I made sure that box was ridiculously heavy. You will pay for the last month, even if it's through your return label. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.